Welcome to Celebrity Investing, your go-to source for insights, tips, and updates on navigating the exciting landscape of personal and global finance. Please like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive content. Let's dive deeper into why processed meat brands might not be the best bet, looking at health concerns, changing consumer habits, and environmental impacts. Consumer drift. The move away from highly processed foods. Public awareness of the connection between highly processed foods and chronic health issues, like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers, is high. This awareness is causing a permanent shift in consumer behavior. People are actively seeking whole, less processed options. Brands whose market share is tied almost entirely to traditional, heavily processed products like high-sodium luncheon meats are highly exposed. When millions of consumers decide simultaneously to cut back on bacon or deli ham, those companies face immediate and rapid sales declines. Unlike financial downturns that eventually pass, this consumer drift represents a fundamental, long-term change in eating habits. Companies that fail to adapt their entire product portfolio to this reality are standing on shaky ground. Food safety scandals. The long-lasting damage of recalls and outbreaks. Large-scale meat processing plants, by their nature, carry high risks of contamination. Food safety incidents, such as massive product recalls due to listeria or sudden outbreaks of salmonella, are unfortunately common. When these incidents occur, the impact on a company's stock price is immediate and painful. Beyond the temporary halt in sales and the cost of the recall itself, these events cause long-lasting damage to consumer trust. Recovering a good reputation after a widely publicized food poisoning scare takes years, if it happens at all. For investors, this risk factor is particularly troublesome because it represents an unpredictable, high-impact event that can destroy value overnight. Ethical and environmental issues. Why ESG matters to investors. It is no longer enough for a company to simply turn a profit. Today, large institutional investors, mutual funds, and even individual investors prioritize environmental, social, and governance (ESG) factors. Big money actively avoids brands with poor ESG track records, which puts strong downward pressure on their stock value. Bad labor practices. Companies facing worker strikes and fines. The social element of ESG often concentrates on how companies treat their workforce. Major processed meat companies have historically faced public relations crises, regulatory fines, and worker strikes due to accusations of unsafe working conditions, discriminatory practices, or very low wages. These issues are no longer confined to local news. They attract national attention and financial scrutiny. When a company is known for ongoing labor disputes, its reputation decreases, its operating costs related to legal fees and fines rise, and its attractiveness to responsible ethical investors plummets. These problems reduce the company's long-term stability and make it a less appealing investment. Ignoring the climate crisis. Brands with heavy environmental footprints. Large-scale meat processing operations place immense pressure on natural resources. They require massive amounts of water, generate significant waste, and contribute substantially to greenhouse gas emissions, especially methane. Modern investment funds are increasingly focused on climate risk. Brands that lack clear, measurable, and ambitious sustainability goals for reducing their environmental footprint are often flagged as uninvestable. They are seen as carrying too much environmental baggage that could lead to future carbon taxes, stricter water usage rules, or public backlash. If a processed meat company refuses to demonstrate a commitment to sustainability, it limits its access to capital and increases the risk of stock volatility. Smart funds are diverting billions away from these brands and into greener alternatives. Thinking like a forward-looking investor. The processed meat industry faces a triple threat: internal financial struggles, increasing external regulatory and health pressures, and mounting ethical and environmental scrutiny. Companies in this sector that have not aggressively transformed their business model are struggling with all these concerns simultaneously. Smart investors are choosing food brands that prioritize transparent ingredients, radical innovation, and genuine sustainability efforts. They are choosing companies built for the future, not relics of the past. Avoiding traditional processed meat brands that carry high financial, regulatory, and ethical risk is a necessary step to safeguard your portfolio growth this year. Focus your capital on areas of genuine expansion and positive change within the evolving food market. Stay tuned and continue to watch our videos to gain valuable insights into the world of finance. Subscribe, like, and share to continue your journey to financial success.